Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to Making with the Manufacturers. So we are in the second paper holder. And remember, we skipped this one. I have one Arctic Frog left that I'm okay with. And my next one is Authentique. So I do have a decent stack of Authentique. Let's just see what I got going on here, okay? So country themed. Probably not going to use that. Definitely will use that. This leather paper, again, a lot of it is country themed. That dot is gorgeous. Arrows, like airplanes and travel, which most of these, I think most of these are. Another dot. Look at all these airplanes and travel papers, guys. Who knew? Who knew I had so much? A lot of it. A lot of it. Okay. I think I'm pulling out my color scheme here. So as I'm flipping, I'm grabbing the stuff that is grabbing my eye that I want to use. That's a beautiful green. Now, since I have so much of the Authentique paper, you guys, I think I will definitely, I'm gonna go with that wood grain instead of the leathery bits. I think I'll definitely have two. Whoops, bonus, that's not Authentique. I'm gonna do at least two layouts with this because there's a lot. Because I want to do some traveling, but I also love all of these. And let's see, are they all the same collection? They are Explore and Frontier. So I have two different collections that I'm going to use. The plaid, the floral, the dots, the burlap, and the wood planking here. So let's see what I can do. All right, so I love that color scheme that I had pulled from those Authentique papers, and then I decided I need to bring in just a little pop of something else. So in that plaid paper, there is a bright red stripe, so I decided to map my photos on some bright red cardstock. Now, I did not go with a thick mat. I didn't go with my normal size mat. I went a little bit smaller. So I'm using the dark brown wood grain paper as my base, and I just went ahead and trimmed down that beautiful polka dot paper and decided to do a large strip across the top here. Now I'm just cutting my papers into sizes that I think will look good as I layer them on top of each other. This is very a kind of in my head process, what feels good as I'm cutting. I know that some people are very analytical and methodical in their cutting of papers, and they want to know exact sizes and, you know, which width is this and which width is that. However, you guys, I am an emotional scrapbooker, and whatever feels good is what I do. So I decided that my photos needed yet another mat. Just to give them a little bit of an extra something. I felt like the red was definitely going to give it that pop that I wanted against that plaid with the red stripe, but I just felt like there was more that needed to be done. So I went ahead and overlapped them. There is a lot of negative space in these photos. There's a lot of sky, there's a lot of road. And the reason of that is because I wanted that blue sky in these photos, and there's a lot of road because I wanted the wide shot of the vines. So now I have created my big cluster up at the top. I've got the photos. I know that there's going to be a title up there. So now I decide that I need to bring everything that I have going on the top of the page down here to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and create a cluster of papers. I'm just going to keep overlapping them and trimming them off the edge until I feel like it is a good representation of all the papers that I have up at the top. Now I did pull out the pink paisley sticker book because I knew that there were a lot of blues in there that I could use. I know it's not Auburn Lane, that's the other one that's really featured in the sticker book, but I cannot remember the name of the collection. I used it all. I used it mostly when I was doing our Hearst Castle photos. I cannot remember the name of the collection, but it was blue and it was beautiful. So I am going ahead and pulling out stickers that I think will coordinate and work with it here. Now that heart goes back onto the sticker book here, but it does eventually make it back out onto the page. I'm just trying to figure out and flip through because I knew that there were things in this sticker book that would work, but I wasn't exactly sure what they were. So I'm pulling off these paper strip stickers. I guess they're supposed to be similar to washi tape, but I'm pulling those off and just building over top of the photo. I'm building here at the bottom. I'm just trying to make horizontal, basically clusters of beautiful papers and little bits where I will eventually embellish more. So there is a lot of stickers from the sticker book that get used. I also have this huge label that I decided needed to go on this page to fill up the space a little bit. Now I find it funny that I pulled out the red from that red plaid and I end up covering up just about every single little bit of the red that is on that plaid paper. That's okay because the red around the photos still gives it that big pop of color and it doesn't clash with what is already on the page. And we knew it wasn't going to clash because there was already red in that paper. So I am totally okay with that. Now those little hearts right there, I'm going to overlap as well. And I just keep like going through this and thinking like, what else can I add? What else can I do? I decided to use this frame sticker and then I get a tiny little bit more of the red back onto the page since I go ahead and use this frame here. There is just a tiny little bit. It's not like wow in your face red. It's just a little dash, just a little dash. So now I am really trying to bring in some more gold because I have that big old label with the gold right there. I thought that that sticker was going to be the answer because it had a gold rim around it, just like the label did. But once I put it down there, I did not like it. So I end up going for this book plate. And I also cut off the edges of the sticker that make it a book plate. So now it is just a rectangle sticker. So basically I am making what I have here, what I have handy, my supplies, I'm making them work for me. These sticker books are really awesome because there is a lot of options and you can always cut up and alter stickers. I really did like that large gold ampersand, but it just didn't fit in the space right. Either did that sentiment that I was trying to use, and I just didn't like the way that looked. But here comes the heart back out onto the layout, and then I am going to start adding little bits of gold onto the page. These little clear stickers work out great. They're going to give me just those little kisses of gold all over my page. I was tempted to use that heart right there, but it brought in a lot of pink, and you could definitely tell that it was pink over top of what was already there, so I decided not to go that direction. Again, I'm doing another horizontal line across that heart right there. Now I take this Good Times gold sticker and place it down here at the bottom. So basically this is going to be my subtitle. It is not the main title. And then you're just going to be able to see that I'm bringing in that red a little bit more, just bringing it to the forefront of the page. I have these thickers, and they're kind of a shiny red, and I just spell out the word wine. Now, the name of the winery has a ridiculous amount of the letter N's in it. And I went through and I did not think I had enough thickers with N's to spell it out. Like, that was going to be the title there, and it just wasn't going to work. It has 4 N's, 2 C's, 2 O's, and an A. So it just wasn't working. I decided to instead use these red tile stickers to spell out the town over top of the heart and layer that up where that khaki colored sticker was. And then I decided that I needed to bring in a touch of red down here at the bottom as well. Now, I have these decorative brads. These are big rhinestone brads, and these are from the Practically Perfect collection from Cartabella, and that is the Mary Poppins-esque collection. But I decided to go ahead and use them here. Just the brads, nothing that has to do with Mary Poppins or anything like that. These are just the plain red brads. So some of them are pearlized, and some of them have the big old rhinestones on them. So I'm using this ultimate brad tool that my friend Sharon gave me. Every time I use it, I think of her, so it's pretty awesome. I am thinking that I needed to do another little dab of red, so I'm thinking about this camera piece over here and adding another line, another horizontal line, so that it is overlapping the photo here. And then I'm like, well, I need a back to this camera, so I'm going to use this blue on blue Authentique paper and go ahead and place it here. So I am going through the sticker book one more time to see if I can find another line. And I go ahead and trim down that sticker a little bit, add a little adhesive to get that camera with the heart on it right there. And that's giving me those little pops of red all over the page that I'm really liking. I'm finding some of these clear word stickers that have a little bit of blue on them. Or a little bit of gold, and just popping them around the page too, because that is just going to be yet another horizontal element on the page since I have that repeating so much. Going to go ahead and grab one more, and then that is going to do it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know, do you have Authentique papers in your stash? Do you use them? Do you hoard them? What do you think about them? They are a great quality, thick paper. Love them so much. Probably going to do another layout with a different themed color. So I will see you guys again real soon for another video.